Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV, and I'm joined by Bernardine from the Citizen Channel. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. A bit. It's not the same weather here, but I'm still all sweaty like I was the last couple of weeks. So, but in a bad way now, not in a good way.
Yeah, you went the wrong way last night. Obviously, we're here to talk about the game between Man City and Red Star Belgrade, where Man City won 3-1. This is the day after review, and you went a bit too much. You took your big coat out last night, didn't
Well,
you?
yeah, I thought I took my big coat with me. Yeah, what an idiot! What an absolute clown. Well, I'm stuck. I've got a little rain jacket which I don't really wear at the matches because it's a bit scruffy. I wear it for work, but I don't wear it for football because I like to look cool, with all the other governors, all the young governors, and the cool cats and all that sort of thing. I like to be cool. So yeah, a bit of a mistake because I do walk a lot. I use the tram, but I do walk quite a distance as well, especially coming home. I was sweating like a pig, and I walked back to Piccadilly and then got on the tram there, and I was like flipping out,
Yeah. You didn't get around the ground now.
Sorry?
You didn't get a tram at the ground, or is that just where?
I got a tram there, but obviously I walked to the tram station, which is a couple of miles as well. So by the time I got there, I was all sweaty. Got on the tram, it wasn't exactly air conditioned, the Manchester trams, if anyone knows Manchester. But yeah, anyway, I'll learn. I'm an old man. I should have learnt these things by now. But I'm a fool, mate. I'm a fool watching this. Having said that, having watched our boys stroll around the pitch for the first half yesterday, I think they were trying to avoid getting the sweat.
You did more work than you were sweating more than those boys were. Let's get into that a little bit. Obviously, we had two changes to our side, I think, from West Ham. Nunes was in, Doku was out. I did say Doku would be dropped, didn't I? I did say Doku would be dropped after Pep.
Rested, mate. Rested. Come on, let's don't be cruel. Rested.
Yeah, sorry, rested. Only Grealish is dropped. Everybody else is rested. That's it. I know you. I know you're a gender, Bernard. But Doku was rested after 2 games, and Nunes was in, and Gvardiol at the back. He was rested, and we brought Sergio Gomez in. Okay, we'll talk about those. So, I mean, what do you think of the lineup? Decent?
Yeah, I think it was. I had it down as 3 changes. I'm not too sure if it's 2 or 3 anyway. But I like the thought of Gomez. I do like Gomez. We've seen him perform, haven't we, at under 21 level. We know he's a better attacker than he is defender. Yeah. And the fact we had Aki back as well, I wasn't too worried. I thought it was a good move, and I think Pep justified it, didn't he? He was asked about it. Yeah. I think he justified the fact of what Gomez brings us, and he did. I thought it was excellent. I mean, on another day, he could have had 1 or 2 assists. Last night, it would have been a bit better putting the ball in the net. And Nunes, I thought Nunes was excellent. He's been told by Pep to do a job.
Yeah.
Nothing spectacular. But he sort of released Rodri as well, didn't he, last night? Nunes allowed Rodri to wander a little bit more forward, perhaps than he normally does. And it sort of worked. I thought they're like, all right, we're getting down to the bare bones, so he's not got many options, as he Pep, but it sort of worked for me. I mean, I only got 8 out of the 11, but obviously there was a couple that I wasn't aware of had problems and wouldn't be playing. But no, it was fine. It was certainly good enough to do the job on the night, and I thought they performed generally well.
Yeah. I think that 3rd change was Aki for Akanji, sorry. Yeah. But, Aki Akanji, it's like swapping one like for like, whereas Sergio Gomez and Nunes were completely different to the players who they'd replaced. The interesting thing was, in some of the starting positions, Gomez was basically left winger.
Yeah.
We played
very well. Played very well. Grealish should be worried for his spot there. Never mind Doku taking it. I'd be worried about Gomez.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I'm going to blow me on trumpet because no one else at my age blows my trumpet for me. But I did say we play 3 at the back. I could see Gomez pushing up once that team was released. And I think the first half, he was very, very good. First half, especially. Second half, I was disappointed.
Yeah, I thought second half he played a bit deeper. I don't think he was as sort of. Obviously, it's hard, isn't it? We're in the south stand, and you get to see in the first half. You get to see him in action. Then it's because he's up the other end in the second half. You don't. So without watching it back, it's hard to tell. But like you said, I don't think he was effective in the second half.
That's what I was going to use. You nicked my only good word that I had for that. He wasn't as effective. But the thing was, he didn't even last 15 minutes in the second half. Before he was pulled off. So I don't think he was doing what Pep wanted. First half, he put a lot of dangerous crosses in. I wasn't pleased with that. You're right. He's different to Grealish. I don't think can hold the ball as well as Grealish. No. He can't dribble as well as Grealish, but he wasn't trying to do that.
No.
He was
I
trying
like his confidence as well. I mean, he's probably, he's got every right not to be confident. I mean, the City fans have slagged him off for a couple of years. He's got every right not to be confident, but I just like his confidence on the ball. I think he has plenty of confidence going forward. I did like that about him.
What I liked about him, what he would do is stand up as defender, and because it was Sergio Gomez, they didn't really double team him. You saw that when Doku came on, they were double teaming him. But because it was Gomez, and he would just stand his defender up, and he was just looking for that half a yard. You knew he was going to go on the outside and cross it in, but he'd still con the defender. He'd get that half yard, he'd get that crossing. So they were quite some quite dangerous crosses. I like that. And yes, you can argue his end result was not much different to Grealish, no goals, no assists. But there were dangerous crosses, and it was up to somebody else to get onto the end of them. Whereas I don't think Grealish puts those dangerous crosses in. So I like
the way he whips it in, doesn't he? That's what we used to see, whipping it in. Grealish sort of doesn't really whip it in; he crosses it, which sounds daft, but it's different. It's different. Yeah. It's a different way of smacking it into the box, isn't there? So Kolarov have a different way of putting it into the box than anybody else. People like that.
But it's good. We've got him going forwards. And you talked about Nunes. We're going to talk about Doku because Doku came on for Bernardo Silva, who was injured in the first half after about 41, 42 minutes. Within 30 seconds of coming on, it's like, it was amazing. He's taking, all right, he made a bad decision in one of his passes because he got to the byline and then he just took too long or he messed up a bit. But he's another one. He just stands his defender and says, bye-bye, and he's gone. Yeah. It's a blink of an eye. So he's played on. Previously, he's been playing on the left. Here he's playing on the right to replace Bernardo, and in the second half he went on the left. He was just skinning people for fun.
Yeah, he's got skinning people in our own third as well. I don't know if Pep was overly impressed with that, but he was. I mean, obviously, made Edison have a go at skinning players as well in our own third. So,
when Edison come out, Pep, you could see Pep. Here we go. What's going on? But Doku, he's still got plenty to learn because, for me, he needs to go and see Riyad Mahrez. Okay. In fact, he needs to go and see a block of wood. A block of wood's got better control than Doku. That's what's letting him down at the moment. If he could control that ball better, he'd skin people even more often. Mahrez had this ability as well. You saw it occasionally where he'd control the ball without killing it dead. But as he was controlling it, he was knocking it past the player. And it was just awesome to see. Wasn't a regular thing. And that just flat-footed the opponent and Mahrez could get past. If Doku could learn that, he's already faster than them. So he's going to destroy defenses. I don't think he's going to, if you're looking at him for your fantasy football team, I don't think he's going to get you lots of points in terms of goals and assists, but he's going to put fear into defenders. And we saw with Red Star yesterday, if they had one man on him, he skinned him. They had to have two men on him. But then when they've got two men on him, someone else was free. And Doku's learning, hey, I don't need to take these two men on. I'll just pass it down the line. I'll pass it to somebody else. He was a bit heavy with some of his touches, with his passes down the line. But like you've mentioned, and I think whether it was on or off air, most of the team played decent. Most of the team played pretty decent. It was a good performance. We had a bag full of chances. My biggest disappointment was Haaland, I think. Haaland, he had another bucket full of chances. He's miscontrolling balls as he's been played through. He's having chances. The goalkeeper wasn't the best in the world, but
that's being kind.
But it wasn't the best. But Alvarez had a cracking game again. Yeah. He's an important player. The biggest thing I mentioned, Haaland, but even bigger than that, there is something bigger than that, is our lack of clinical finishing, which, Foden had a header where he had only the goal.
He had all the goal to aim at either side of the keeper and headed it straight at the keeper.
Yeah. Haaland had one that hit the header that hit the bar, others that he didn't control, or the poor shots. We had a bucket load of chances. The keeper wasn't brilliant.
37, that equals the record back in 2016, I think. Real Madrid against somebody had 30. That's the most in the UCL, obviously. In
37 shots. Yeah. I mean, I know the first half stats, we had 22 shots and about, was it seven on target? So we had a lot of opportunities. We could have batted them properly.
Yeah.
Look, they took a good goal.
Obviously, it was Diaz. We are caught for. I mean, we have saw that against West Ham. We've seen it in this game. We've seen it against Fulham. I think we're getting caught a little bit for pace at the back. Walker's pushing forward, so that leaves Diaz, who's not the quickest guy, and he got beat for pace. He tried to play offside, didn't he? He tried to play the offside.
Once he played the offside and it had failed, you were never going to catch the guy. That he was gone. You know, it could have been you or me, honestly. Because once Diaz has made that mistake, he's done 2 or 3 yards that way. The other guy's done 3 or 4 yards that way. You're not, you know, even at our age.
Yeah, Edison did as much as he could do. Yeah. He just took the goal well.
Yeah, can't complain. But it's positive that, you know, overall, it was a decent performance. We've seen Nunez. We've seen Sergio Gomez. They can offer us something. Disappointing Bernardo's injury. But it sets us up, doesn't it? It sets us up well for the rest of the group stage and for the difficult fixtures ahead.
Yeah, we need a couple of players back. We need some of these 5 guys now that are on the injured list. Obviously, KDB's not coming back anytime soon, and Bernardo's probably out now for a couple of games at least, 2 or 3 games. We don't really know what's going on. I've not seen anything yet about what's happened with him, or it's just a knock. I think I saw him limping a little bit. I think just before he went off.
A couple of players got knocks. I think Foden got one as well.
So but I mean, overall, looking forward to the Forest as well. I mean, we have got a starting 11. Unfortunately, the bench is looking weaker and weaker as weeks go by.
Yeah, it's a shame, but that's for another video. We will have another video, guys. If you're going to check this out, probably tomorrow, talking about City's injury list and the trouble that Pep's talked about for the games ahead. You know, let's not get into it here. You can catch that video when it comes out. It might come out today, might come out tomorrow. But guys, thanks so much. Thanks, Bernard, for your feedback. And guys, also, if you on Twitter, go and follow Bernard on Twitter, because there's a great little video that he's put out of the Rodri flag, where the
under the flag.
Yeah, under the flag. And it is nice.
I didn't know who it was at first, and obviously had to scan around with the oh, right, it's Rodri, yeah.
But it's fun because you can also hear that the Champions League anthem is on. I wanted to record that, but my phone, for whatever reason, the video wouldn't come on. But there was a lot of booing because people are asking me, "Are you going to boo?" Well, I don't know what I'm going to do because we've won it now. Do we boo? Do we ignore it? Do we cheer? Do we clap? Do we sing along? I don't know.
The way they treated us, mate, in Istanbul, I should boo it even louder now.
Absolutely. But buddy, thanks a lot for that. And guys, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out, and give us a thumbs up. We'll see you around, Blues.